Namaskaram and a very good morning. This is CA Himakant Andavarapu, founder of Him Life School. We help CA students clear their exams in just one attempt, and we take complete responsibility of their entire preparation process, including the final step of examination. Today, we are lucky and privileged to have a very senior chartered accountant, Mohanachari Garu from Komandur and Associates, who have reached us regarding his daughter, Bharani. Sir, welcome to Him Life School.
Namaste. Yeah.
Sir, what brings you here?
Major thing which I think she's feeling. Thing. So when she heard about you and seen your YouTube,
Yes, sir.
so she pushed me to come here. So that now we are here.
Yes, sir.
So,
So to begin with, how did you like the place? Like we haven't seen the whole thing, but
they're well managed, and I like that your concept. First 1 hour of the day starts with physical exercise, so that
Yes, sir.
warm up is there, and that energy can sustain for next 15 or 16 hours.
Yes, sir.
That's really conceptual. And second, your approach to practicality,
Okay.
which I liked it.
Thank you, sir. So this is a place where we start the morning routine, sir. As I said, it's a complete park. So we start our morning routine here. We can keep walking there.
Yeah, please.
So this is where the morning routine starts, and once that 1 hour is done, we make the students sit and study here itself. So they have a 3-hour study here itself. And after at 9 o'clock, we are taking a breakfast break. 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is a breakfast break. And now we are going to one of the flats where the students stay, sir. We have flats in different blocks.
Okay.
Each flat will have only 4 to 5 students. It's a 3 BHK flat.
3 BHK.
3
so
BHK.
each one will have almost a exclusive room for
Room maximum 2, sir. This is exactly how we're looking at. And we have one. You just met Bhavna, so she was there full time. So accordingly, for boys and girls, the accommodation is different. So we have male mentors, female mentors, and all of that. So that way.
Bhavana also cleared in first attempt.
No, sir. She took attempts. So,
Two,
no. Basically, people who come to us normally come after attempts, sir. So that is one thing what happens. Only after they kind of take multiple attempts, they generally come to us. So that is how most of the students who reach us are generally repeaters. So that is how it goes, sir. So this is Vayu block, sir. So this is this is where we have one of the flats. Just like the morning 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. routine, we also have a 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's a physical fitness break. Morning, the focus is more on mental fitness, although we call it yoga and all of that. The focus is getting them ready for studying for 10 hours. In the evening, it's completely about the body, because a healthy mind stays in a healthy body.
Yes.
So that way, we have this tennis court, we have swimming, we also have badminton, we have everything. So this is where if someone is interested, we have full-fledged tennis court, and this is highly exhausting.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
So you can have a quick look at the tennis court. So we have Bharani with us. Bharani, you are coming here for the first time. Now, what are the concerns you have about clearing CFM?
So one thing, not having sufficient time to even revise sometimes, and then not having confidence, like even though you studied quite a lot, but then you're not able to put that on the paper
Okay.
at that 3 hours. And sometimes you feel like you know everything, but those 3 hours are not sufficient for you to finish the paper. So I could say time management, and this is only with regards to exam. And also while studying, during the preparation of exams, sometimes you feel, this is what I have observed, like initially right after the result, because of the pinch, it'll start off very enthusiastic.
Right.
So 1 month, one
Okay.
and a half month, it'll start off. Then eventually you start getting irritated about yourself,
Right.
because the whole day you'll be sitting under the 4 walls. Then after that, you don't know where you're going. So it's like it gets very monotonous. So every day you're studying, you're not pushing. Like even though you've completed half of it, you still feel, oh my god, there's still another half. I still have these many days. When will I finish my mocks? When will I finish this? So there's always like if and buts. So you start self-doubting yourself during that time. So I feel like, during this process, if somebody is there, just even talk to you, like, this is what I'm feeling.
So you have articulated it exceptionally well. So to categorize this, there are 2 sets of problem. One is in the preparation level, one is in the examination level. In the preparation level, the first is psychological level, which you're saying that you're going through something because of the previous attempts, previous failures, some level of stress, and probably a sense of incompleteness, and also lack of clarity. So all of this are bothering you in the preparation level. And also even at a practical level, you feel that there are a lot of things which are left out. The syllabus never gets completed. This is a preparation level. Now, examination level, between that 1.5 day, it's too short a time to revise everything. And even those 3 hours, you're not in a right mental makeup to go ahead and approach it, right? So these are the two components. Now, to summarize this problem in a single sentence, all the students fail in preparation, not in the examination. They'll fail much before they enter the examination hall. The question paper is irrelevant because you're not prepared. Let's say if you look at Usain Bolt, who ran it in 9.58 seconds. Now, for the 10-second marathon or 10-second 100 meters, he has to practice for 10 hours for 10 years. So for 10 seconds, somebody practice for 10 hours for 10 years. Then you get that command in 10 hours. So for you to go and master this 3 hours, it takes at least 3 months of quality preparation. It is automatically not going to happen in examination. You keep, no matter whatever you say or how many motivational videos you watch before 3 hours, it takes 3 months of quality preparation to make sure you use that 3 hours. So you're prepared or not prepared, that's it. So to simplify this, now let's talk about the solution part. So this single framework, we call it the 5-step framework. So this is the 5-step framework. This has 5 components. First is a mindset, routine, syllabus completion, revision, exam presentation. Now mindset. We'll make sure you're exam ready. Each game requires a particular mindset. Let's say test cricket wants a particular mindset. T20 wants a particular mindset. Rugby wants a particular mindset. Chess needs a different mindset. An exam like CA requires a different mindset, which is different from probably IIT or UPSC. So first, we'll help you understand how a CA student has to build his mindset. Next is routine. As long as you're thinking and not doing anything, it won't help you. So there are only 2 states of mind, thinking or learning. Thinking or learning. When you're thinking, you cannot learn. For somebody to think and learn, it takes a lot of cognitive intelligence, which comes at a later point of time. But right now, you can either think or learn. So we remove the overthinking part. Because overthinking always talks about what you have not done in the past and what you cannot do in the future. Worried about the past or anxious about the future. We cut it off and bring it to the present. That's where we call it focus block slot. The ability to sit for 15 minutes focusing on the present. You're not worried about all the 6 papers. You're not worried about financial reporting. You're only focused on India's 115, which you're doing in the next 50 minutes. And then this 50 minutes has to convert it into a 3-hour study session. As if Dad said, like studying for 3 hours is very important. Everybody recognizes that. Even at work level, studying for those 3 hours becomes very important. So that way your mindset and routine is set where you can sit for 50 minutes at a time, extend it to 3 hours with complete concentration and repeat it for 2-3 times a day, where you'll have at least 6 to 9 hours of productive time to begin with. Eventually you'll go to 9 to 12 hours. This is about the mindset part. Syllabus completion, the game changer. We are saying you can complete any subject in either 5 days or 7 days or 10 days. That's it. Any subject in 5 days or 7 days or 10 days. That's it. Because let's say if you already attempted group 1, if you already know FR, if you already got 45, 46, if you systematically focus on what are the gaps, you can just spend 5 days and accelerate it. And 5 days is equal to 50 to 60 hours with a focus time. It is equivalent of 15 days or 20 days for a normal student. So that is exactly what super student can do. In effective revision, revision is not a separate activity, sir. Basically what we do is, it is intertwined in preparation. When I say 50 minutes, why am I not talking 1 hour? After every 50 minutes, we revise for 5 minutes, sir. Every 50 minutes, there's 5-minute revision. Just like after 2 months of preparation, people revise for 1 month, right? So we kind of make it every 50 minutes, we are preparing for, revising for 5 minutes. Every 3 hours, some 15-minute revision. End of the day revision. Beginning of the day revision. So 5-time revision is what we do. That way, you study something, there is no way that you'll forget it. That is about revision part. And apart from that, weekly cumulative revision will be there. And these are the 2 game changers which we have. This time it was very useful. We have something called 50-hour challenge and 20-hour challenge. So when I say 50-hour challenge, what happens is, in 4 days, we make you revise the entire subject, sir. Once the regular revision is done. Because before you go and revise everything in 1.5 day, now it's an extreme variation. People study a subject for 2 months and then they try to revise in 2 days. That is not going to happen. So compression should happen in layers. First you compress that to 4 days or 50 hours. Then second time you can do it in 2 days or 20 hours. So 50-hour challenge, 20-hour challenge, and also the 1.5 day revision. You're not doing it the first time before exam. We'll make you do it multiple times before in the preparation cycle itself, so that you're used to how do I complete everything in 1.5 day. So you're used to that. So that way, revision is sorted. Now exam presentation. Exam presentation, we looked at exam like 3 1-hour exams, sir. First 1 hour. Okay, let's say what if you have only 1 hour in the exam? You only focus on maximizing the score. You pick up only 2 questions, right? 2 questions, you'll try to cross 20 plus. That's it. So when you're looking at the exam like 3 1-hour exams, you will be operating with an extreme level of intensity. You'll be operating with high efficiency. So first, cross 20 plus. Second hour, pass. Third hour, aggregate. So this is exactly how our 5-step framework once we got a copyright from the government of India. It's ISO certified. This works like magic, and this has helped more than 1,000+ students across all levels. In terms of translating, now this is the conceptual part. Now I'll convert this into something which you can easily understand. So this is the CA syllabus. The whole, I would say, the entire CA syllabus. This is it. As long as you understand it, you'll clear this exam. That's it. So this is the CA syllabus. Now the extended version of this is here. So we call it index mapping. We have summarized the index of all the papers, all the subjects. So the index is here. So you just study the index alone, like everything, one line summary of all the entire index. You study the index alone, I can guarantee you 15 marks in all papers by reading this one book. It only has the index. So when you say syllabus is not completed, you don't know what is the syllabus. Knowing things at a macro level is different, but understanding micro level unit wise is different. So first of all, you have the syllabus framework, then the details. It's unfortunate that a lot of students don't even know the chapters. Forget about the units. They don't even know the complete chapters. So they don't get that mind mapping in their mind. They have everything in the book. So this is the module level thing. Now the third level, it's an extended version of module. So what we do is we create chapter-wise summaries. We kind of create chapter-wise summaries, which is picked up from institute. So institute material. So let's say we talk about risk management. Now it just talks about what exactly is the risk management all about. Let's say it talks about operational risk, compliance risk, financial risk. The moment you learn about a chapter in one sentence, it is this. You'll get what it is. What is it about? It's like a quotation. It's like a tagline. So that way you'll get it. And then we'll dwell into the details, financial policy, corporate strategy, and all of that. So we'll delve into the details. So that way, instead of going through multiple modules, it'll be easy for you to understand things in a simple and systematic manner. So this is exactly how we'll be able to guide you and help you. And eventually, the purpose of this examination is to go and get a job. So this book, along with Pattabhiram from Chennai, I was part of a writing team, sir. So we have listed out 25 careers, like this is me, and we have listed out 25 careers which can help them. So right from the preparation stage, we'll help them figure out what is that exciting job they want to get into. A lot of Mitra wants to get into investment banking. Somebody wants to get into consulting. So if you know what kind of career you want to go ahead and build, it will be easy for you to focus and go in that track. You'll be inclined to put in extra efforts. So that way, everything we do is reverse engineered. Okay, after 1 year, you want to start your package at 12 to 15 lakhs. Now for that, you need to get into a class of company. For that, you need to learn this subject. For that, you need to learn this chapter additionally. So that is exactly how we kind of work and how we have it. So looking at the process, and also there are additional things like we kind of summarize the entire, like it is already concised, and we make our students write it in a sub-summary where you can only look at 2-3 points, you'll be able to understand. And also the examiner comments, like if you look at examiner comments, they'll tell you what are the mistakes you are making. So what mistakes you are potentially making. So once you know what are the mistakes, you'll easily avoid it. And that's institute weightage. So you need to know not all chapters are carrying the same level of importance. So you can prioritize. We're not trying to remove, but you can prioritize in terms of what is difficult, what is easy. And it clearly mentions what is the expectation from each and every paper. So for each paper, there is a strategy. There is a group strategy. There is an overall strategy. And then we, once the planning part is done, we focus on implementation. And then we focus on the improvement, planning, implementation, improvement. So this is exactly how we take you through the 100-day journey. So if we follow this, if we implement this, do you think your daughter can become a CA?
If you permit, I want to add 2 things.
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, covered it. Actually, mind game is rewind and play. Rewind
and play, yeah.
That is the most important.
Yes,
because
sir.
As many times, as you said, for 10 seconds, he has to make 10 hours of practice.
Yes, sir.
So that output will be 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
So that's one thing. Second, when she said she knows the subject, but she is not able to produce.
Yes.
Maybe the speed of hand also is most important.
You're right,
this
sir.
is a thing where
yes, sir.
Unless we have the writing practice.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that
sir.
Also takes the difference.
Yes, sir. So we call it body-mind coordination. So like hand has a memory in itself. When you write something so many times, on the day of the exam, you will be able to actually write it much before thinking. Otherwise, you'll take a lot of thinking time, sir. Writing time is the same, but you'll think a lot to write. So that way, you have to be reasonably efficient to do it. So Barney, do you think if these things are incorporated in your preparation, can you go ahead and clear? So,
So no, yes, not confidence.
yeah,
No, that yes should come with confidence.
conviction.
It should say, yeah, yes. That should be the way.
So we ask our super students like, can you make this your one last attempt?
This is my one last attempt.
That's perfect. Good to hear that. So, sir, we have discussed the context of the preparation. So, first thing we do is, Bernie, whatever happened has happened. There's no correlation because we cut it off and we are restarting and resetting. So, today we start on ground zero. Now, with ground zero, if you look at it, a lot of students go through this. Like when you write an exam, they're not sure whether you get the result or not. They're not sure what to start. So, we have to simplify the decision making process. In your case, you have attended group 1. Group 2. So there is a chance that you might clear. You believe that you might clear. There is a chance. There are only 2 outcomes: pass, fail. We are hoping it will be pass. It could be fail. We should be mentally ready. Now, how are we processing this? Since group 2 is already done, we'll start the preparation immediately for group 1. And the idea is to complete group 1 preparation before the results are released. As I said, once you put an intense effort into a subject in 1 week to 10 days, you will be able to reach a particular position where you can score at least 40. So once by the results time, we complete this group 1 cycle reasonably well, and the results come, God's grace, positive, great. We'll do 2-3 cycles of group 1 only, like Mitra. Like Mitra had the advantage of doing 2 cycles, so she has done well. Otherwise, we'll immediately start group 2 and we'll complete group 2 cycle since you already had a context. And after that, we'll combine both and we'll go through another revision cycle. And each exam, each paper will write at least 5 mock exams, which are full-length exams, at least. There will be more. Every day there will be revision, there will be recall, there will be writing practice. One thing about revision is, if you look at something and flip the pages, it's not revision, you're just reading it. Revision is your ability to recall without a context, because you're not pushing in information. Revision is pulling out information. How do you pull out information? When you're seeing this, you're pushing it one more time. So your ability to pull out information makes a lot of difference.
From within.
Yeah. So that we do it through 2 contexts. At the end of the day, we have something called day end revision. Every day after you kind of end your day, you have to end your day with revision by writing out whatever you can recall without context. Early in the morning next day, you will have to rewrite it. So 2 times, ending the day and beginning the day, you're doing it. That is one perspective. And apart from that, you have to explain this to other students. So when you explain this to other students, if you're not able to teach something to someone, it means we don't know. That is what is happening in the exam, right? You are saying that you know, but examiner is not understanding. When the examiner is not understanding, it implies we don't know. So we're making you understand what you know and what you don't know by having this informal and friendly conversations. So that way, it will be really helpful much before you are prepared for the main exam. And the target is, before 30 days, you should be in a position to pass, sir. So this is exactly how we are operating. So any questions in this regard? Okay. To summarize, I'm talking about 2 things. One, overall, 100 days of preparation strategy. To begin with, we'll work on the mindset and routine. Then 1 month, we'll be able to complete 1 group. Second month, we'll complete the other group. Third month, we'll revise both. If someone is giving 1 more month, we'll do 1 more cycle. So 4 cycles will happen depending on 3 to 4 months. Done. On a given day, the day starts at 5 o'clock, magic of mornings. I showed you the premises where we can do all of that. 5 to 6 is magic of mornings. 6 to 9 is first study hour. 10 to 12 is second study hour. So 5 hours before 12 o'clock, you're studying at least. For some people, it's 6 hours. 5 to 6 hours before 12 o'clock. Now 12 to 2, we call it the double down break because we are ending the day at that point of time. Like that's good enough work. The 6 hours is equal to 10 hours of some other student. So we are ending the day for taking a break of 2 hours. 2 o'clock will restart like a fresh day. So there, 2 to 5 is the examination study start. So the 3 hours, you'll build a lot of intensity between 2 to 5. That is done. And 5 to 6 is the fitness break. Morning 5 to 6 a.m. is a mental fitness break. Evening 5 to 6 p.m. is the physical fitness break. And 6 to 8, it's mostly consolidation. We call it revise and write. Whatever you studied during the day, you'll revise it once again, fix the gaps and write it out. Probably test for some of them, note taking for some of them, explanation for some of you. This is how it works. Day after the dinner, you will write everything without seeing anything. So whatever you could write, that is what you have captured. Next day in the morning, you start with the same thing, day end revision, previous day revision. So subconscious memory also works, deep work and sleep work. So that is exactly how it happens. So this is the routine part. And additional layers, 2 steps. One is planning, implementation, improvement. Now when you're talking about planning part, we spend a lot of time at the planning preliminary level. Once we're done, we freeze the plan. There's no point in improving the plan multiple times. If we freeze the plan with reasonable corrections. Implementation is where we're heavily focused. We are largely focused on implementation. We keep on implementing it, and we improve the implementation. If you improve the plan, it never gets implemented. Planning should stop and implementation should be improved. Planning, implementation, improvement. Then time, energy, attention. First, you're coming here, not doing anything else. Time is sorted. Energy, if you're not wasting time, your energy doesn't get wasted. Attention, the ecosystem which it works, you're making sure that your entire attention is going on that. So planning, implementation, improvement is sorted. Time, energy, attention is sorted. The last framework, we call it triple P. People, place, process. People, whether it's me or my mentors or your fellow peers, all of them are coming with a lot of intensity here. That is people part. Place, you saw the place here, nature, all of that. It's a 10-acre campus. It's one of the best places to study. Process is what we have already discussed. So if you think in these three aspects, anything can be solved, any problem can be simplified, any decision can be made. So all of this will happen. And finally, as an individual, we take care of three things. One is problem solving. Whether to, write group 1 or group 2, let's call it a decision making. Group 1 or group 2, when to start, how much to study, how to study, where to study, a lot of decisions. Problem solving, I cannot sit to study. Even if I sit, I cannot concentrate. I cannot remember. I'm not able to come out of my past. I'm worried about future. A lot of problems. Skill building, ability to retain, ability to read faster, ability to remember better, ability to learn faster. So problems will be solved, decisions will be made, skills will be built. Problem solving, decision making, skill building. So if we do all of this, we'll be able to get into a complete transformation process where we take care of career, relationships within you and also other relations, health. Once you are mentally fit, physically fit, you'll feel well, and wealth. Once your career is sorted, well. So these are the four wheels of life. This makes us a complete life school where we call life itself with the teacher, learn from the most of it. So this is the conclusion. And finally, our approach to this, students are not our customers, education is not our business, because market, in the market, they look at admissions as commodities, sir. One admission, two admission. It's not about Bharani or some student. Now we make it student-centric. So we kind of build our programs around you. We don't try to fit you into something. So we follow this approach. So eventually we get the success which we truly deserve. So this is how we are going about it, sir.
I like that. Implementation is the most important thing, because planning may be there, because we think so many things. But even if 30% to 50% of implemented, what you planned and implemented, that itself will give the boosting.
Truly said, sir. Basically, implementation is the most important aspect which we have to always work upon. Bharani, so how do you feel?
I feel good, sir.
So
I feel confident that I'll do it. Because group 1 is my major fear.
Fear, yeah.
Because a lot of students have instilled that thing in me, like group 1 is difficult. You think you'll be able to do in 6 months when you couldn't do now itself.
Absolutely.
So that lot of this thing that like audit is one paper, no matter how much you study, you'll never do it.
They're right about it. So how much you study, you never do it. They're right. That's the reason we don't study so much. Because even if you study, if it's not helping, it's not a question of quantity. We break it down, and let's say professional ethics come for 10 marks. Now, there are certain standards, the 700 series, 500 series will give you 20 marks. So you have a 30-mark base. And there are two topics, digital auditing and ESG, which will come for 10 marks. So 40 to 50 marks clearly laid out. And the moment you prepare this index like this, now this is the auditing index, you have to identify the keywords. The problem is people think theory subjects are very generic and vague. They write something randomly. It is practical oriented. You have to use specific terminology, like a doctor. Like when you're writing a prescription, you have to write a specific medicine, not general medicine in general, right? So auditing is a question of a lot of keywords. So that is exactly how we will be able to help you. Any subject can be processed in 7 to 10 days with a systematic pattern. So I hope most of your queries are solved. So, sir, do you now feel that your daughter can become a CA?
Mainly the maybe like this financial reporting.
Yes, sir.
Index is their
Heart.
core. And the number of series they see, mergers, then CFS, SFS.
Yes.
That fear is there, because which will come into then
Right.
What is comprehensive income?
Yes, sir. Yes,
These
sir.
are all the things that
Bother them. Yeah.
no, that fear.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Because
sir.
whether it is a charge to P&L or should be taken to comprehensive income.
Yes, sir.
So that's, I think that once clarity of concept is there, the implementation is
Yes, sir.
so concepts and implementation.
Understood.
That should go hand in hand.
Yes, sir. You're right about it. So this is one advantage. Like most of the parents who come here are chartered accountants, so they add their wisdom into the process. Now this completely further gets streamlined, sir. We kind of build it like a software, sir. There is a base, and then experts add on, whether from the students, whether from the previous experience, and parents like you. So we kind of improve, and they'll get that refined clarity, which will follow, sir. So now, do you feel confident that she'll become a chartered accountant in the next?
In fact, yesterday she came with her mother. Then morning she said, by 7 we should start.
That's nice.
So then I said, tell me, you follow me. Don't
Yes,
ask
sir.
why.
Okay. She was able to say that.
No, because 10 o'clock I have my first meeting.
Yes,
with
sir.
her.
Yes, after day. Yeah.
So that's the reason I said, I
Let's
prepare
go.
and come back.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. So I like that confidence, but yesterday I was worried about how do I convey this to my dad. But today, once you understand, so students always blame their parents, but it is their lack of confidence. My dad asked me to work. You are working because you're not very confident that you're going to clear. So this is one thing which has to be sorted. I'm good that it's happening. I'm sure this attempt you'll be able to leverage your mutual experience, and I wish you all the best. And thanks for coming here, sir. Thanks for your time. Thank you very much.